What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 from week 2 of the Factless Football Show. I'm your host, Corey, Colts fan. This is my co-host, my little brother, Courtney, Steelers fan, who is doing a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Whole lot better today.
Not really. Not really.
Should we cue the chants?
Shut up. I guess I'll start. So,
Sure.
Steelers, Browns.
Yes.
Defense, like I said last week, no problems. They're fantastic.
Yes, of course.
They're going to do their thing when they need to do it, which they literally had to do all game.
Yes.
Offense, still trash.
Mhm.
Barely, I don't even think they hit 300 yards. They couldn't run the ball.
Yep.
They could barely pass the ball.
It was a circus.
Play calling is terrible.
Yes.
Kenny missed some throws,
Mhm.
so also blame is on him for a few throws he missed.
Mhm.
Only reason we won that game is because Watson was
just
trash.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he didn't fumble twice.
Oh man.
And the interception, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, the interception wasn't his fault.
Mm-hmm.
But if he didn't fumble the twice, we honestly would have just lost that game. Obviously, Chubb went down with that gruesome knee injury.
Get better, man. That was bad.
Hopefully, we have like Raiders and then Texans left.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think I would love for Canada to get fired in the middle of the season, but I highly doubt he will get fired in the middle of the season. I think they're going to wait until the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's going to suck for their second-year quarterback to try to learn a new playbook in the middle of the season.
Okay,
I think
I have a theory.
I think we could still win games, obviously.
No, I get it.
I think there's still a chance for us to at least make wild card.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to win a division unless somehow the Ravens tank or
Yeah.
we turn things around.
Yeah.
So I would say I think Steelers have a chance as of right now to be like second in the division. Obviously, Ravens right now are going to be first.
Yeah, you'll be second because I can't see the Browns doing anything crazy.
Browns are whatever, and Burrow's calf is and plus his law. He's already like 0-2 in the division as it is, and that's not good.
Yes, he is.
Obviously, leading into like wild card or trying to make the playoffs. Ravens are just
up there. Yeah, they are.
Like barring unless somehow Steelers can turn their offense around and start running the ball more. And Kenny can get his receivers. Obviously, we don't have Johnson right now, so that also hurts. But if they can turn around, then yes, we'll make playoffs. If not, even if it's some miracle we squeeze into the wild card, I highly doubt we will beat anyone in the playoffs given our offense. Our defense can't do this every single week.
You can't.
And it's not like they're going to magically get scoop and scores like from Watson and those interceptions. I would say interceptions happen depending on the type of throw they make and if the receivers bounce off their hand or something.
Yeah.
But like asking Watt and I forgot my other guy's name. Asking them to basically just strip the ball.
Yeah. No.
As often as they can, it's impossible.
I think the best scenario would be, and the only thing I can see happening is it's really going to depend on how you guys do the year. I can see them firing him if they realize you're just not making it to the playoffs. Then I can see them.
Honestly, given our bye week is early, I believe.
Okay.
I forgot what week. I think it's like week 6 or something like that.
Okay.
If the offense doesn't change because it's the Texans and the Raiders. If our offense doesn't produce, then I can see after the Texans game, they just go get out.
Yeah.
So at least whoever they bring in or at least fill that spot for the year, they would have that after that game and then our whole bye week to get some plays in under new offense, and then they can go from there. I think the bye week would be the best time to do it because obviously the game will be over if our offense is still sucking against the Raiders and the Texans. I mean, Raiders, I'll give some leeway to because of Crosby and them, but if they can't produce against the Texans, I think it would be the perfect time to just say, this isn't working out. We'll just put somebody else in there instead of trying to like find someone during that whole week. Just move someone up. Put them in the offense, let them have that whole week to basically learn the plays and get ready for the next team.
Yeah.
And then go from there. That's honestly, if it's not by the bye week, then they're probably
just gonna let it rock.
people suggested they're probably just gonna let it rock until
Yeah.
next year and then fire him.
But my thing is like, why let it get to this point? Like last year was enough.
Because to his some point, they did turn it around
Towards
towards
the
the
end.
end. So he said, "Oh, well, obviously you turned it around
Then you should be able to get off
with the
season,
full
training
off
camp.
season. Yeah, you should be able to
It's worse.
get with Kenny,
It's
and
actually
then
worse than it
yeah."
was
So
last year.
I get their point,
The
Thomas'
moment in that
point.
scene,
Yeah, he goes,
okay.
"Okay, you guys turn it around. We had a good run leading
Yeah.
up into the playoffs, again, trying to get into wild card and stuff.
Yes.
So it made sense.
No, I
Like,
get what you're
okay,
saying.
turn it around. We have a full off season with Kenny to learn the playbook instead
Yeah.
of him coming into middle of the season when
Yeah.
Trubisky was sucking. They had that whole time, and then I would
Yeah.
say everyone was like, they got the receivers, they got the running backs, they got the tight ends. The quarterback should progress. You should be good. And then the season started, and they
Yeah.
said, "Why we have 1 yard of offense, type one rushing yard type thing?" And
It's so
the
funny.
49ers are almost like
The
200.
49ers game was bad.
Yeah,
I think this was worse. Because here's why I say this. I'm going to give you a slight pass.
okay.
Because it was the 49ers.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it was. I'm not.
I mean, I gave them a pass too. I was like, it's the
But
49ers.
it's 49ers,
And then we
right?
saw the Browns. I was
But
like,
that's the thing. I look at that Browns game. I sat here watching it with you, like this is a circus.
yeah,
I was just like,
that game
it's
felt
like,
forever. Like I told you when it was like they're finally in the second quarter. I was like, I could have sworn we were in the second quarter. I was like, I honestly could have sworn without looking at like the time.
I remember I
was like,
looked
I could
up
have
and I was
sworn.
like, what time is it? I was like, it's still a four.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just like
That's what I'm
right.
saying. If they can't produce against the Texans,
Yeah.
and then they can't produce with the Raiders, I think the bye week honestly will probably be their only perfect time to move off of him. And if they're gonna like honestly, if even if they squeeze by both teams, that's still not good.
No,
Like,
it's not.
If you're barely putting up touchdowns
Because if you
and
barely
running the ball,
yeah,
and
because if you barely win, like if you did what you did the Browns
Yeah.
against the next two games, then yes, it's even if you win, it's still like no, this is a glaring problem.
yes, so that's what I'm saying. It would be the perfect time to be able to buy because after that we still have to stretch. We're still going to do the Ravens twice, the Bengals twice. We have the Browns again. They're going to be pissed. And then the rest, I forgot who we face for the rest of the year, but we
Yeah.
still have the rest of the team. So if
Yeah.
you're going to try, obviously the goal is Super Bowl, the goal is
Yeah.
playoffs. If you're going to try to squeeze into the playoffs or the wild card, these other teams are going to be
Oh yeah, no,
Chiefs,
shred you.
Ravens again. Yeah, it's not
Shred
like
you.
our defense can do but so much to keep us afloat.
Well,
in these
that's
games
the
without
thing.
us.
It's like you look at even like okay, you look at defenses, right?
Mhm.
You guys have a great defense. 49ers have a great defense, but they also have a great offense. Like it's balanced.
Yeah,
The Jets, it came apart the other
Yeah.
day. It did. They have a great defense, but great defenses are great defenses because the offense can at least. It's not
And that's
like it
what-
was back
yeah.
then with like the 2000 Ravens where
Yeah, and that's what everyone's saying is like
Yeah.
the offense going into the season. Everyone's like it should complement the defense. I don't know what Canada did during the all season,
Undid
but
everything.
he did
Undid
something.
everything. The 2000 Ravens defense was literally here's the game plan. Just score 10. If you score 10, we'll take care of the rest, and they did. But that was different because they can jam you at the line all the way up the road. It doesn't matter. Here, it's not the same thing.
No, they got crackheads running 200 miles per hour
Yes,
when you
they
say
do.
hike. And like I said, defense is
He
good,
said
but
crackheads.
they can do but so much in the game.
Yeah.
Like you can't expect them every single drive to
Yeah.
stop or get 3 and outs or interceptions and pick sixes and scoop and score. Like
Yeah.
that's literally impossible. They're gonna get tired, especially if
No, of course.
they finally get a stop, they punt, and then the offense goes 3 and out immediately. That means they're sitting down, take their helmets off, and they go,
oh, you got to get back up. No, that will wear any defense
That's what
out. It
happened
doesn't
pretty
matter
much
how.
last year. They
Yeah, it
just got tired. It was
Yeah,
like,
and White got injured, and all these guys got
like
injured.
Mika's Fitzpatrick is injured already.
Yeah, which that was so crazy how his happened.
So it's like Cam Hayward's out for a little, like a few more weeks.
Okay.
With the groin, I think it was. So yeah, the offense has to.
And the funny part is that for some odd reason, I remember back with the Ben Roethlisberger days, whenever you guys played the Raiders, and maybe because it is a long-standing rivalry, like back in the day, for some reason, it's like you guys just, it's always like a shootout, like something happens
Yes.
where it's not just an easy win. It's You barely won or you barely lost.
Yeah.
Those are the two options
It's like a
you guys
division
work
game,
with.
almost.
Yes.
So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're a little bit better now.
Not really.
Not really. No. I mean, it's a
Because I'm
silver
gonna see
lining.
this game on Sunday, and I'm first play. I'm gonna go. I hate Canada, even if it's not his fault. Even if it's just a run play and it gets stopped for like 2 yards, I'm like, I hate this play caller. This is gonna happen.
Oh gosh. All right. I'm in the same boat as you are.
Okay.
I'm happy,
At least your team scoring touchdowns.
but I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Well, I'm not okay. Let
Your
me
guy
not
got a
say
concussion
this.
already.
Yes,
It's week 2.
because I told you, when you're like 6'8", and he's not. He's 6'4", 240 something. You probably run as fast as a receiver.
Yeah.
And you're big, but you're a quarterback.
Yeah.
You're learning how to play the game. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need. Look at me. I'm gonna need you to stop.
Look at me.
I don't know if you're ever gonna see this. If you do, you're my guy.
I'll tweet it at him.
I need you to stop. Go out of bounds, or especially on first down. I don't need you to run anybody over.
Mm-hmm.
Just slide. You did your first 2 drives. Wonderful. I was excited. I was like, and we won. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Minshew, thank you. I have no problem. My defensive line, love you guys. Mm-hmm. Our corners are young, except for Kenny Moore, which is fine. But our guys are young, so I'm not really gonna freak out too much over it. You already know how I feel about my receivers. I'm not thrilled.
I hate them sometimes, and I got one on fantasy. One time he doesn't produce, and then I bench him. Junior Pittman. Yeah.
Oh,
first game barely anything. I was like, all right, bench him.
Second game,
I bench him. He had like 100 points. I was like,
yes, he does.
Why? Why do y'all do this to me every year?
Oh gosh, no. I love my team. I love AR. I see the ceiling. Yeah, it'll get fixed because he only played the snaps he played in college. Of course, those are like high school kids going up against you. By the time you're done, like starters. So a lot of times he's running over them, running past them, whatever. The way he got his concussion was based off of the second touchdown, and he pulled. You can tell as he was running, he's like, okay, I can pull up. He didn't see the guy coming, so by the time you saw that, he realized he was trying to take off again, but it was too late. Yeah, this is why they say finish the play.
Yeah,
run. It don't matter. Just sprint, run, guard yourself. Okay, these guys will end your existence, and they don't. And you got snapped by a cornerback of all people. So I'm happy. Our running game looked better. Mm-hmm. Better. I'm still not crazy.
At least you can run.
At least you can run.
Better than what my team's doing. I'm blaming Canada for everything.
I mean, this could be a Canada show if you want. This is the segment. This whole series can be about you. It's okay. You sure? Yes. All right. I'm just concerned about you.
I'm okay.
Okay. I'm happy with. I'm sorry. What?
I said for now. I'm okay for now.
No, I'm happy with my team. It was a great win, great upside. I mean, obviously, there's still things they're going to have to address and fix. I get it. Mm-hmm. Offensive line looks better. Running game can obviously be better. Receivers can just get separation and catch. I would be wonderful. Thank you. The only receiver I look at and say, okay, is good as Downs. Yeah, I'm good. Like, I think because he's still learning, it's really weird to say. Like, to say he's still learning football because he's not. It's just like they're freshening up. Right now, he's a good runner.
He's learning the NFL.
Yeah, like the first game, he injured Z because he kept driving for more. Okay. In the situation, everybody's like, just get down. Yeah. You're fine. The second game, again, hit. He pulled up. I get it. When I look at those, it's not like he's just injury prone. It's just moments of feeling like he's bigger than everybody else. But in NFL, it's like, no, they may not be as big as you, but they will hit you. Like, that's not how this works. So I'm fine. Okay. I'm good. I'm in a good mood. We play the Ravens. I was gonna go to that game, but I'm not because it's Gardner Minshew. I at least want to see AR play, so I'm okay. I can't go anyway, so it's fine. It worked out perfect. I'll probably watch it on TV. There was one other team. I do want to talk about the Jets.
Why?
Here's why.
It's pointless.
It's not pointless.
It is.
Why is it pointless?
This is useless.
Why is
what are we talking about that for?
What
They
happened?
don't got a quarterback.
That's why I want to talk about it.
They don't got a. It's pointless.
All right, so here are their options, though.
They suck.
Yes, we all know Zach Wilson cannot play. We know this, and
Does he know that?
no, no, he doesn't. In his mind, he looked around like, "Oh, looks like you need me again."
I mean, I do the same thing. I can't blame him for that one. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I paid all that money from the.
I mean, because the thing is, you can't shut up. The thing is, you can't bring in somebody new at this point. I mean, you can, but
I was watching stuff today, and they
yeah,
said they can't trade for. Someone said like trade for Kirk Cousins.
you can't.
But they said they can't because one, they can't really afford to give up draft capital since they already gave it up for Rodgers.
They have a 1
and a 3.
and a 3.
And they said there's absolutely no way they're gonna give up a 1.
No.
And they can't give up a 3 because they won't have a 2 or a 3. They
So
would have
they
a
a
1.
4. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so
yeah.
they said your only option would be like Wentz. Is to go get Wentz. They said Wentz is big. He can still move a bit.
Which
And he
because you
has a
have no
good
line.
arm.
Yeah.
So I was like, which I agree. Get Wentz. Get him for cheap. You don't gotta really spend
Oh
that
yeah,
much.
yeah. You don't have
And
to.
then let him. I think it was like 2 weeks to learn the playbook or something like that.
And then see what happens with Wilson, and then just put him
throw
in.
him. Yeah, just throw Wentz in. But there's like everyone knows Wilson can't play. They said the staff knows Wilson can't play. There was like the fact that they had
we know.
his teammates last year had on like the Mike White shirts in front of him on the sideline, like he wasn't there. There's like literally everyone knows, and it was so like bad. They literally can't do anything about it.
I'm very curious to see what the Jets did to deserve all this, because on normal paper, right? Here's why I say this: Broncos got Peyton Manning. Buccaneers got Tom Brady. I'm talking about older quarterbacks.
Okay.
Rams got Stafford.
Yeah.
Colts got Matt Ryan, but that was that season. We're just not even going to talk about that season last year. It was just that.
Well, everyone won with their new quarterback.
Yeah, minus the of course ours.
Yeah.
But at least Peyton got his, so I'm fine with that. This guy and Ryan played majority of the season, just about. This guy, it was 4 snaps. Like, what did you do? Like, what did you guys do? Because I can't understand. I can't fathom this. Like, it's almost like it was just written in a way.
Yeah, New York teams aren't allowed to succeed.
No, New York teams, they get one you got
every so often. Like the Giants,
they got 2. The Brady thing.
Yeah,
guess what?
That was it.
You're done. you're done. I don't know for how long.
That said, it's like who don't the Jets have a no
Giants?
Giants. I was saying a primetime game, but I was like, crap, it's Giants and like 49ers this week.
Play tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch it for a little bit.
No. I'm gonna watch it because they don't have a running back, so it's literally on Daniel Jones now. I mean, they have running backs, but obviously it's a different comparison.
That's what I said. I don't care about the Jets.
I don't. Here's why I say I don't either. But the one thing I have learned is that certain topics are very, even to us, it may just be stupid because we understand you're bad.
Yes.
Fix the problem, or you're gonna suck. Yeah. So we kind of get it. However, certain topics do make for different perspective. I get that. Like for instance, I'm not gonna talk about the Vikings
or Bears.
Actually, I do. Can I say something right now?
Sure.
On paper, I really like Fields.
Okay.
On paper, I like Fields. Stupid. When I look at Justin Fields, I'm like, you can run, give it time.
I think they're not. From what I've been seeing and understanding, they're not letting him run. They're trying to make him a pocket passer. But it's like, but how he ended up being so successful, like last year, like the MVP, and how they're winning was he runs.
Yeah.
And they brought up the comparison with like Lamar. There's like the first like 5 years or whatever.
What's what they're doing with Richardson?
They let Lamar run.
Yeah.
And then his 6th year, they said, okay, now we're going to transition so you can be a pocket.
Yeah.
They're trying to make Fields a pocket when he's more successful running. Which I also understand because I did see some clips of like receivers being wide open in the zone.
That is his fault.
And he just didn't. I don't know if he didn't see them or he didn't throw it, or
maybe he didn't trust his. I don't know.
Whatever it was. So technically, some of it, yes, it is on him.
No, of course. And I saw what you were talking. There was like a seam.
Yeah. Route, and then the other I would say majority of his if his coaches are saying no, you're not. We're not designing any
But I mean,
run
at
plays
some
or
no, I get it. It's almost like, and I'm not saying it's like a black quarterback thing because I know Josh Allen was the same way.
yeah.
It's if your quarterback that you draft is predominantly have been like a running quarterback, but you know he's shown signs they can throw. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, it's Lamar, Hurts, Richardson.
Mm.
That's what they did with Cam. He still couldn't really throw, but that's what they did with Cam. That's what they did with Josh Allen. When you know you have a specific skill set, you double down on that while you're building up everything else.
Yeah.
They did it backwards. They said, "That's nice."
Yeah.
This, and it's just like, I'm
That's
sorry.
crazy. You was an MVP. That's
That's
wild. But you're gonna sit in
wild,
his pocket
buddy.
and
It's gonna
throw
sit
and
there.
get
No,
hit.
I like Fields. I
Yeah.
don't think, depending on how these next games go.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had uh their Wednesday press conference stuff, and he
Oh
just
yeah, I
said,
saw
"I'm
that.
basically just gonna go back to doing
Doing what
what
I
I
do,
trust
yeah.
me," and it's like and go from there. Which I hope it works and it succeeds because I feel like any other, if he was anywhere else,
He would have been
they
fine.
would yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll be
If
fine.
he was in a more stable condition, he'll be fine because the coach is gonna be like,
Can I make an idea?
okay,
And it's not this season; it's next season.
okay,
I don't know what they would have to give up for him. Maybe I'm just wrong because I don't think maybe it may not work. I would go to the Jets. Here's why I
they
say
need a
this.
line.
That's why he's young. He can run. You can't have a statue back there. You can't.
Yeah,
If your
but
line is
I
trash, your
think
only option is to have a better.
I'm gonna say it's not going to because I feel like they would have to give up a
But that's why
lot
I caught it. That's why I
for
caught the
because he was
thought.
like first round.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, they
his
would
third
probably look for a
year.
first or a third, like one of the
I
two.
think it's a second or third.
Yeah.
So I
So
would give up a
unless
third.
Rogers retires, because honestly,
Oh yeah, I forgot
for
he's doing
them to
that
do that, Rogers
experimental.
would have to retire before they make that move because you can't have they're not gonna you can't get Fields and have him sit or wait for Rogers to get better and then
They
bench
could just
him,
cut Rogers.
but they're not going to. They how much money they paid him and gave up for him.
I mean, okay. Here's my thing.
I think they're going to be too committed to run it back with
I
Rogers.
win.
They
No, I get
traded
what you're
and paid him,
saying.
so I feel like they're still
Yeah,
going to. That's why I don't think they're going to trade or see what they would want for Field because
yeah.
they would have to make sure Rogers is retiring
I
or
know.
he would retire first,
Yeah,
and then they would go into okay, well clearly he can't recover from his
the
Achilles. He's
Achilles. Yeah,
retiring. We need a quarterback.
yeah,
Either depending on the record, they'll just get a rookie out of
yeah,
this draft
yeah. Because
class.
they have a first. Well, they're in
Depending
a
on
very
where they are, I
yeah. Because
guess
they
I'm
have a
saying.
first round.
Yeah, so depending on what their record is if they stick with Wilson, it's gonna be abysmal. They'll be in the top five, probably top
Because the
three.
Bears still have a first round pick. This is why.
Yeah.
So hear me out. This is my thought process on this.
Hmm.
Before we wrap this up, here's my thought process on the Fields to the Jets. The Chicago already has a first round pick, so they
Hmm.
can still go get a quarterback because they still are not good. They're going to get a top whatever pick, so they
Yeah.
can get it. That'll be fine. They have the receivers
Hmm.
minus Claypool. I'm not sure about him.
I think he just wants to leave.
I
I think
think
he's
so,
just
but I
done.
think they get a better situation.
Yeah.
But that's why I say they may not need a first round because they already have one. But hold on.
Okay.
The Jets need their first round
Yes.
because here's why: they need a left tackle,
Yeah.
they need another receiver.
Yeah.
Secondary seems fine.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you need a left tackle,
Hmm.
which you need to get a left tackle in the first round because I don't think you're going to get one in the third or fourth, right? You can get lucky with the receiver because there's like 90 of them out there, so you'll be fine to make that work. So you need your first to at least get a left tackle. The third, if they can, okay, it's usually they're gonna have to give up the third
Hmm.
or the fourth. And the reason I say it might work because he's still in the rookie deal.
Yeah, but
You still go
the
ahead.
thing is with the Jets,
Yeah.
eventually they would have to pay him.
No, of course.
And they still would have to pay Gardner, and I think
Gardner
there
and
was
Sauce
somebody else. So
and Sauce
depending
Gardner,
on
Sauce Gardner and Wilson, Garrett
yes,
Wilson.
so I think it would be in their interest to get someone for cheap because there's if they would have to pay him and then go and pay Gardner and then Wilson, right?
Yeah.
You would have to look at it as Gardner's been there longer
No, of
and he's
course.
been a beast, and then you It's gonna be hard to take away from those two just to pay
So their best
Fields.
bet would be
They would have to
because they
draft.
would have to exercise his 5th-year option, at
Yeah.
least to give them more time to then work it out
Yeah.
while they pay the other guys.
Yes.
Because this is 2nd year. So they're wait, hold on. This is Sauce Gardner. This is the rookie second year. This is Wilson and Garner's Wilson and Sauce Gardner's 2nd year.
Mm-hmm.
They still have next year to
Mhm.
play, and then that's usually when they do their contracts going to fourth. Fields, this is his 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look it up again, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it in. If they can at least exercise his 5th year,
Mhm.
it'll give him at least more time while
Yeah.
they take care of the other guys, and then they can do that because they already paid their defensive tackle.
Yeah.
They already paid him. I don't know who really else on that. Oh, never mind. The running back. Remember, they're all rookies together.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, crap.
that's what I
Never
said.
mind.
It would be better.
But where are they gonna?
They just got to draft a rookie quarterback.
That's my. So okay. So maybe I'm hoping free agency they can. You got to fix your left tackle situation.
Yeah.
You're lying.
They're gonna have
Like
to
it doesn't matter
draft.
who you draft. Like,
Yeah,
you're
they're
just
gonna
gonna
have
be
to
running
draft a
around.
quarterback or draft a quarterback. See who's in the free agent market first
For a left tackle, yeah.
a left tackle or quarterback.
Yeah, because
Because they're gonna
unless
have
they
to pick up
get.
one of them their free agency.
Yeah, because what's the name's a free agent after this year? Cousins. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's not mobile. I
But
think that if you're going to still be working on your line, you at least need a mobile quarterback.
yeah, but if they're gonna just draft someone for that and take the risk, then I
Yeah.
guess Cousins would be. But then again, that comes
Yeah.
down to how much you're going to pay him.
Oh, I'm not paying. No.
But hey, he's gonna.
No, you're right.
You know, I'm so he's gonna want that paycheck. See,
He better not sing that song again for what he's done. You better not.
you let to go on the winning streak. He bringing it back.
Oh my gosh. No, if he listen, I'm not. He's a different conversation for a different thing. But yeah, I see in my head,
Mm-hmm.
I have quarterbacks I do like.
Mm-hmm.
Fields is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of all the other quarterbacks that they have talent. It's just that you gotta run, use their talent, RPOs, and get them out there, and then let them do, and then let them dink and dunk or find opening, and let them build up their confidence. I'm fine with that. I just think that his coach is a defensive guy, so it doesn't really help him. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I got mad teams in my head he can probably go to, but I was gonna say the Rams.
Wait, who?
Fields.
Oh, we just met Cousins.
Oh God, no.
I was like, no.
I'm not. No, Cousins needs to. Anyway, sorry. We're about to have fits over Cousins. We're about to just have him go off. I like him. It's just I like him as a person.
Yeah.
I watched the NFL quarterback Netflix thing. I like him. It's just no. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 2, week 2 of the 2023 NFL season, Factless Football. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next week.